Well, you know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
And the free throw, no good. Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Outside for Arenas. The 11-footer, Embiid with the steal. And oh, here we go. Rose, nobody back. And that one drops. Rose has got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
And this is what Rose brings to the table. When he gets out in the open court, he doesn't take his foot off that pedal.
Jokic passes to Arenas. Here's Divac. No points in the game yet for him. Also a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And Divac, a cunning passer, phenomenal at realizing when one of his guys has a clean look.
Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way?
What an impact.
Massive. Yes. And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
And the basket by Wade.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Substitution here for Milwaukee. Hayes, he's checked in for Jokic. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Vlade Divac. Baylor, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Steve Kerr. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Shaq's checked in for Joel Embiid. Wash comes in for Sean Kemp. Pierce is checked in for Gervin. And Kobe is subbed in for Dwayne Wade. Bryant is doubled. Wash against Abdul-Jabbar. Wash kicks to Pierce. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's tipped. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Jumps up. And there's Gilbert Arenas on the assist by Baylor. Arenas has got the game tied up here for the Bucks. Rose surveying the D. Lots of room. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And the quickness and acceleration of Derrick Rose, even with a simple dribble move, he can leave defenders stuck to the floor.
Curry's shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Pierce attacking. Ball's knocked loose. Outside Bryant. Kept alive. Another shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Utah, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And Utah also making a switch. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And the second free throw, good. Bucks trail by 3. Outside Korver. There's the pass to Baylor. Poked loose. We've got 1:23 left in the first half. 4 on the shot clock. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Baylor dishes to Curry. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Lays it up and banks it in. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Lynn. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Outside Bryant. He kicks it to Pierce. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's O'Neal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Jazz have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Bucks have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And, you know, beyond all the things Baylor gives you, he's an entertainer out on the floor. The acrobatics we see, something spectacular from this guy almost every game.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Paul Pierce. Second free throw, no good.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Right side, Lynn. Bosch trying to free himself up, and that one's good by Shaq. He's got 5.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just spins off the D with ease.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. From deep three-point range, and no good in the last second attempt this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bucks lead by 1. And we'll get going after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to at the end. And that should do it with this.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Hayes, and it's Curry. Then it's Baylor, and it's Korver in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Lynn against Curry. Lynn kicks to Pierce. To the middle. Outside, Lynn beyond the arc. They get it back. O'Neal. It's blocked.
You know, some might say Hayes plays the game angry, and there was definitely something angry about his defense there. What an emphatic rejection.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Jazz trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the basket by Kobe. Bryant's got 6.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Inside, here's Abdul-Jabbar. The shot, no good. Raj with some nice D. Up top, Lynn, guarded by Curry. Lynn the pass to O'Neal. Outside, Pierce. The tray. Tries again. And it's denied.
The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Here's Kobe, and it's blocked. But they get it back. Here's the pass to Bryant. Second chance shot, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So, in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically. But certainly, every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Curry against Rose. Curry is inside. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Another miss by Utah.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Baylor dishes to Arenas. Kicks to D-box. Clock at 4. Curry, good. Curry's got 7 points.
Yeah, this is demoralizing, I think, for a defense. You want Steph to score on the interior, but that's too easy.
Utah calls timeout. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Baylor. Wade, he's checked in for Utah. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Kemp. Wade against Arenas. Wade misses. Milwaukee in the lead. Arenas with it. An easy 2 points on the layup. Arenas has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Rose to Gervin. Wade against Arenas. Jazz passing it around. 6 to shoot. Here's the floater, and it's blocked. Fast break, Milwaukee. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the drop zip rolling around the rim. Now it's a 6-point Bucks lead.
You could just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Pass to Rose. Fires it up. The Jazz again can't hit it. Milwaukee leading by 6. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
To the paint, here's Wade. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Wade's got 6.
Are you surprised that Dwayne Wade is going to score that far in the paint? I'm not.
Pass to Curry. A shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Kemp with the bucket.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
Curry against Rose. Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. Lays it up off the glass. 10 points in the game so far.
That's tough. Tough finish. Steph's not just a great shooter, but really great numbers through the years, Kevin, as being an elite finisher.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Bucks on top, up 5-4. And we'll be back right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Chris Bosh, T-Wade out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's O'Neal, and it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. Arenas goes in over Rose. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and it's sent back by O'Neal.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Korver finds Hayward. 18 feet out, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Oh, he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
Outside Rose. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Wade with no one around. Off target from three-point range. Korver gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Korver's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
That's Korver's game right there. When that 3 ball is dropping, he is really, really dangerous, and it drops often.
Bosh scanning before. Wade outside. Over Korver. Bosh trying to free himself up. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Outside Arenas. Over Rose. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Arenas has got the lead back up to 7 now for Milwaukee. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Utah. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Bucks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Arenas, and it's sent back by O'Neal. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Timeout called, the Bucks. For our Jordan player of the game, Elvin Hayes.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
Hayes, he's checked in for the Bucks. Baylor comes in for Gordon Hayward. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. No luck that time either. And the Bucks making a change here. Curry's checked in. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Hayes up top, guarded by O'Neal. Baylor passes to Korver. Here's Curry. Shot clock at 5. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
A dynamic offensive player who just makes this machine go, the straw that stirs the drink, and step from the mid-range that time.
And the Jazz call time here. They're behind by 7. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. A A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Kobe against Corver. The feed to Buck. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Curry. Hayes trying to break through.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
You can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Rose kicks to Pierce. Shot clock at 6. And here's Bryant for 3. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Curry passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And good that time. And it's a 9-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, that's just working for the better shot. We always talk about in the NBA, good to great, great possession there.
Here's Kobe. The teardrop falls in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Milwaukee with the ball. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Curry passes to Abdul-Jabbar. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Curry. A 3. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And so the Bucks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.